To access all full body language breakdown videos in entirety, hours upon hours, click the link in the description to take you through to the Patreon. Thanks. Everyday superpower, we talk body language, relationships, game, and everything in between. I'm dropping some good game on this series, people, so if you're just joining me now, just soak it in. You're going to have a good time, but if you want to join from the start, the comment section will have a link to the playlist. Right, cool. So, moving on to question number 4. The couples reveal their kinks on Truth or Dare from the channel cut. Let's continue on, see what this question is. This guy played this question very well. I liked this. I liked this response. I liked the joy it evoked in the woman. That's beautiful. I like to see couples get along together. That's my thing on this, right? You'll go to these Red Pill channels and they'll talk about, they'll demean the woman and talk about, she's a hoe and all this and that. And to me, personally, I think it stems from not getting women. It's a trauma from childhood, as a teenager, not being attractive to women. If not, I think it's an overcompensation for homosexuality, in all honesty. It's a bold statement, but it is what it is. I like to see the joy emanate from a couple that get along together. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a natural thing. It's the way nature wants us to be, all right? So when it's played well, it's a beautiful thing. Let's continue onwards. Question number 4.
What's one thing I could do that would make you...
Good question. Answer the question. What's one thing I can do that would make you leave? No hesitation. Have a moment to think and just say it. That's fine. We both understand this, right? We should both be in agreement. So let's see what the answer is.
Leave. No hesitation.
Cheating.
Simple answer. Cheating, she says. Now let's talk about cheating for 1 second, right? Because men and women approach cheating in different ways. With men, the physical, well, generally speaking, if you open up your mind to this game, like, you can start to approach it through whichever means you want. You detach yourself and see things from an elevated position, so it's completely fine for the most part. But men deem the woman cheating in a physical manner, like having sex or having intimate physical contact with a man, way, 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 way worse than the woman's variation of cheating. The woman's variation of cheating is she highlights the love aspect, the emotional aspect, the fact that this woman could take you and her resources away from her. Okay? That's the difference. Okay? So to that woman, cheating might as well be, the worst thing on planet Earth as far as cheating is concerned is you having feelings for another woman. Right? As opposed to you shagging a prostitute behind her back, right? That's just like, you're a dirty fuck. But I'll stick with you. Whereas if your lady cheated on you with a man, with a stripper, let's say, on a night out, that is, for most men, the appropriate time to leave. Okay? It's a generalization. It's each to their own. And I say that because most men are weak and actually won't leave anyway. And she'd say, oh my God, all he was doing was this and that. And oh my God, it's his fault and all that. And men will say, all right, I'll hang around till you cheat on me a second time, basically. And then it does happen. That's the way that goes. I've seen that, experienced that. Not the stripper thing. And I've not experienced it firsthand, but I've, seen it play out and I've read the information. I know this shit. So love for a woman is cheating, whereas physical contact for a man is cheating, generally. There is a crossover, of course there is a crossover, but that's what we highlight between us. It's what we accentuate.
Cheats on me, I'm out.
That's respectable.
Out the door.
Cheating or physical abuse.
Look at that. Her legs reach in. She escapes from him. We've talked about repulsion and attraction and leaning in versus leaning out. More importantly is the feet. The feet showcase where the body wants to go. So she could be leaning back completely, but the feet could be reaching towards him, which completely, diminishes the value of the top half being away. Okay? Pay attention to the feet. That's why I wanted the feet to be an exposure, but this table's a bit rubbish. But they all say cheating, and it's understandable, right? Now, like I said, you need to understand what cheating means. Cheating is, quite a bold term, and it could encompass so many different things, right? Some will say texting a woman is cheating. You don't want to be in a relationship where texting a woman is cheating. You don't want to be in a relationship where, or you want to set a standard where you being attracted to other women is cheating, or liking a photo is cheating, and so on and so forth. You shouldn't be that petty. You should understand the underlying baseline of everything is just, as long as you don't do me dirty, you don't do me dirty. She's going to send signals out. She's going to go and meet men through a myriad of different means and non-verbally, unconsciously express that she is attracted to him. You can't help that. So don't allow yourself to be hurt through a frail sense of self that these things don't happen. Don't lie to yourself, and just accept that they do, and accept your value, and accept that every man she comes across is going to lie to her. You're not. You're going to be honest, okay? And you're not going to do her wrong. We don't cheat. I don't believe in that. Do I believe that in its own manipulative, evil, sadistic manner, cheating on that woman is going to actually reinforce your relationship? If you play it well, yeah, I do believe in that, because you're going to send her through an emotional, intoxicating, bonding ride. But don't be a bad person. I think involving yourself in this toxic energy is only going to, devalue your cooperation with the world as a whole, Be sensitive to your vibration. Be sensitive to the frequency you give out, all right? So she says cheating. She says cheating. It's understandable. We're all in agreement. Yeah, of course. If I cheat on you, you can leave. I think it says enough about our relationship. And then you flip turn it, because it's a mutual agreement. If I get to the position where I'm cheating on you, that shows that there's a dissatisfaction in the relationship. Essentially, it shows that I'm not being served to the degree I wish to be. I'm not satisfied to the degree I wish to be. So it is a mutual decision. But yeah, most definitely do it for the best of us. If I cheat, it showcases where this relationship is as opposed to where I'm at. Okay? Not to say you shift the responsibility, because I never would cheat. I'd break up with you before I cheat. But if it did ever happen, I think it's a symbol of the condition of this relationship.
Out the door.
Right, so she says cheating, looks down, she's in her emotions, and then reveals some trauma from a past relationship. Look.
Cheating
or she moves out, moves away.
physical abuse.
Physical abuse. He pacifies, touches his head as she says that.
Have you ever?
Okay. Now, as well with women, they might have narcissistic mothers who have had bad experiences with men in the past. And what they've done is they've incorporated this trauma into the upbringing of this child. So let's say it's a single mother, right? Which, all due respect to the single mothers, I'm not ever going to put down a single mother, but if it is a single mother and she has had a child with a man who's not been good, and she's hurt by that, it's gonna come through her mothering to this child. So even to men, right, if you have been brought up by a single mother who is a bit spiteful of the men in her life and how she's been treated, she might speak to you and project this anger, this disdain onto you as a child, right? Without even knowing about it. Because I'm sure if she knew what she was doing, it wouldn't be the case. But this unconscious projection of disdain towards the genetic makeup that which you possess, because it represents that which hurt her, there could be, an attack of such, a spiritual attack, a psychological attack, which affects you all the way through life. So if a woman has had a bad relationship, you could grow up as a young woman believing the same thing, because it's the lessons you have been taught and been infused with when you're younger, even though it's not affected you personally, okay?
Have you ever come close to cheating?
Have you ever come close to cheating? Now, this is where you run game. Nah, I'd never cheat on you, but, I can't stop attracting these women, to be honest with you, so we don't know what's going to happen down the line. Crack a joke! Wind her up a little bit. She'll move on for question. Really? No, you don't be stupid. Put yourself in position. The cat playing with the string, She's the cat, you're the string, wiggle it in front. Mess around with her, she loves it. Give her a resolution. Of course I wouldn't, you silly sausage. We're playful. Look at her.
Have you ever thought about it.
Have you ever thought about it, she says in a genuine manner as she exposes her palms. It's just say, well, do you know what? Ice Spice did drop me a message the other day. And she'll say, shut up, you know?
Even just a passing thought. Has it ever happened?
Have you looked at yourself in the mirror?
He runs a little bit of game. He's a smooth, charming guy. Put some respect on that.
Do you know who you are?
Okay.
Put some respect on that. I like this guy. I like this woman. I gotta keep rephrasing it. I think these two are giving you a good showcase. I mean, I'm not too fond of him taking a drink all the time and dipping and diving. He is playing it safe, but he's not going wrong with it, you know?
Do you think I'm gonna contemplate on losing what I got in my life?
No. He starts over explaining. Me personally, I'll just ride it out. Let her laugh. Let the silence speak for itself. I've said what I've needed to say. Say less than necessary. All right. That's what I would have thought. Leave it on the laughter. Leave it on the joy. Leave it on her swooning over your words. Your intoxicating language that thrills her, that excites her. Leave it on that. Leave it on the ecstasy. Don't leave it on the over-explanation. Don't leave it on you having to explain anything. It's unnecessary. You've said enough.
I'm okay.
Have you ever thought of cheating?
As she says, have you ever thought of cheating? You see in real time the brow furrow into this angry position. Look, watch this. I'm going to take this really slow for you, yeah? Pause. That's the first time I've ever dropped a pause. I thought that was rightful, right? Let's see. Little crinkle of the nose, which she probably comments on. Look, watch. Look at that. She probably finds that cute. That's a unique part of his genetic makeup, you know? Anything that has you stand out isn't a problem, right? Some people say, oh, I'm so ugly because of this and because of that. Nah, that makes you unique, my brother. Don't worry about it. Look at it as something other people don't have, all right? When you look at models and so forth, sometimes you see models, like runway models, and you're just like, why him? And it's just like, because he stands out. Because you can market him. Because he doesn't fit into the status quo. Right, watch how this lady asks the question. Look at the brow. Look at the brow. Nice, calm, comfortable. Okay. They're both leaning into some degree, which is nice. Now watch. She moves in and watch the brow. Boom! Anger. Concern. Stress. We have moved into the realm of closed body language as opposed to open body language. It continues to emphasize. She defends herself. When we are angry, our brow comes down to protect our eyes. It's a shielding mechanism that may or may not link to our ancestral days as primitive beings. Okay, let's continue on. I'm putting you on game. If you're not subscribed, you have to. You have to. You don't get this information elsewhere. Now watch. Movement of the head here. As she says it.
Thought of cheating on me?
Cheating on me, she says, starts side-eyeing him, disconnects from the full frontal communication. As she does so, she exposes the neck in a sexual manner. Where is this going to go? Because the idea of cheating is quite hot, right? It's wrong, it's taboo, it's sexual. I'm not saying she's perceiving it in such a manner, but, you know, what's the undercurrent? What's the undertone? You could take this into a sexual place. Now, he's been quite kooky and a little bit, you know, odd in a respectful manner. He's going to probably come out with a fascinating response. Okay? So, he's looking into the distance. His eyes are glazed over. He's speaking to himself internally. Let's go.
No. You made it very clear the repercussions if I did.
Now, you made it very clear the repercussions if I did. Bouncing the ball back. Not a bad response, but as opposed to him saying it's his principle that he's not gonna, he says, I'm only not gonna because you told me what would happen if I did. You know? I want to eat 10 cookies every day. I want to do that. But the repercussion, I got told by my doctor, is that my blood pressure is going to go high and I'm going to put on a load of weight. right? But I want to do it. So it doesn't matter what the repercussion is. It's the fact that I want to do it. So me saying, no, you told me what would happen if I did. That doesn't answer the question if I would or wouldn't, right? Or if I consider it, right? If I've been close to it.
Did.
Well,
But they're laughing because they've got a little internal sub-communication here, because she's probably said, I'll cut your balls off or something like that, you know, so it's a joke.
if you were to cheat on me, I would have to cut your dick off because
Come on! Bro, we gotta blow this channel up. Do you see the knowledge I have? Do you see the... Oh, let's keep moving, yeah?
why would you want to use it if it's not with me?
So no, I haven't thought about it. Nope.
Lots of fun. Moving on to question 5. Let me put you on this game, man. Come on. You don't get this nowhere else. Thank you for watching. You can watch all body language breakdown videos, hours on hours of content, including the game I can't give here, via the Patreon. The link is in the description.